Reddit, what became of your school's bully? He teaches kids taekwondo and lives at home with his mother. I presume it's because she's old and sick and needs to be taken care of. He contacted me through Facebook and apologized for his behavior. Do you forgive him? Yes, I did. People do stupid it when they're young. From what I can tell, he turned out to be a good guy. Went to a great university and got a great job and married a great girl. He left our public school in grade 6 and I ran into him at a track meet in grade 11. He recognized me. He had lost a lot of weight. I didn't recognize him at first. Confronted me and apologized for his actions when he was younger. Completely turned around my opinion of him. If you've ever been a bully, that apology makes all the difference. Own the action. Still takes people's lunch money, but he makes a damn good Subway sandwich. He continued to be a bully, only he added armed robbery, aggravated assault and sometimes rape to his repertoire. He specifically liked robbing small-time drug dealers and eventually messed with the wrong guy, I guess. They found his partly burned body in a burned-out truck behind an abandoned movie theater. He turned out to be gay. He's now married and has 3 adopted children. He's a really nice guy now. Trying to hide who you really are puts a lot of pressure on a teenager. He used to steal the lunch money of us rich kids, then redistribute it to poor students. Today he is volunteering for the Bernie Sanders campaign. He died on Piper Alpha, oil rig that exploded in the North Sea. Very few tears were shed. His family were surprised that there was a low turnout for the funeral. They expected that because the explosion was a tragedy that his death was also tragic. They forgot that he was a piece of it. She's still really popular and has a lot of friends, but they all tell me they hate her. From time to time I hear she's going to Uganda or somewhere else for missionary work. Then other times I hear she's getting railed by her 2 roommates, sometimes at the same time, while high on Molly. One pays her rent, the other gives her drugs. She never misses a Sunday at church though. Went to prison recently for murdering his baby girl. Another guy who followed me around multiple lunch times wanting to fight me. Because he didn't like the look of me. Died about 2 or 3 years after school. He was diabetic and went on a drinking binge. Edit, yes. It was tragically his infant daughter. Just weeks old. And no. Didn't happen in the USA. Works a dead-end job and drinks a lot. Guess his get didn't get him very far. Every now and then I see him in the ER I work in. Mostly when he drinks too much and stumbles off the curb. Had to help sew him up not too long ago when he bounced his head off of a parking meter. I feel bad for him. I don't have any hard feelings. In part because he never really harassed me personally, but also because I've seen how much of a puddle he's become. It's sad. Knowing how he grew up, the house he was in. The kid never had a chance. In middle school, there was a girl who called me names and singled me out to be mean to. For no reason whatsoever, and I never did anything to protect myself at the time. I don't know what possessed me to do this, but about a year ago I found her on Facebook and sent her a message telling her how much her bullying affected my self-esteem growing up. She actually apologized and said she feels so badly for the things she used to do to people back then. That she had a hard home life and that she's come a long way since then, and that she hopes I'm doing well now. I was pretty shocked that she apologized and I instantly forgave her for it. It suddenly didn't seem important anymore. All the anger I had been holding on to all those years. I wished her the best too. We haven't talked since, but I think we both feel freed from those negative feelings. He's currently in jail for trying to rob our local bank. In his work uniform. With his name tag on. I saw my middle school bully working at the bank in my hometown a few weeks ago actually. I couldn't help but smirk when I saw how terrible she looks now. When she was bullying me, I was short, chubby and covered in acne. When
My
Facebook was brand new, she used to post her friends' photos of me was so bad I wanted to including one where my period accidentally bled through my pants and relief washed over me, making fun of now the tables have turned. I really got into dance. I am now 5 feet 8 inches, 120 pounds of fairly toned muscle, and have skin that's clear as day. She is still 5 feet 2 inches. She gained a lot of weight and her face is covered in pimples from heavy drinking and partying. She was being very rude to her new older colleague who was trying to help me out but needed her assistance. She knew who I was but didn't say anything. The dude was very well off. He drove a brand new Mustang sophomore year. Total ducking asshole, him and his little entourage. Well, daddy got in summit with the IRS, and by senior year he was destitute. Last I heard, he was working in a lumber yard and smoking meth. He's a townie with 3 kids with 3 different women. Plays beer pong every weekend. And thinks he's going to hit it big as a DJ or summit. He graduated 10 years ago.